Some modern sleep experts, they say that a minimum of 8 hours of sleep is a must for an average adult. True or untrue? Let's find it out soon. In this video, I aim to throw some light on these so-called modern claims, and I also wish to answer my curious learners out there as to how come some yoga practitioners claim that they sleep just for 4 to 5 hours at night and still feel energetic throughout the day. Confused? Finding these claims debatable or even controversial? Hey, come on, be with me. We will slowly unwrap the facts and gain some absolute clarity over these claims now. While Ayurveda is a set of literatures, one of the most referred one is called as the Ashtanga Hridayam. This classical Ayurvedic text, Ashtanga Hridayam, it goes on to say that happiness and unhappiness, nourishment, good physique and emaciation, strength and debility, sexual prowess and impotence, knowledge and ignorance, life and death are all dependent on sleep. Today, the modern Western science has also proved that not getting enough sleep leads to an increased risk of diabetes, cardiovascular disease, stroke, and even ages us more quickly. Sleep deprivation also makes us more prone to accidents, cognitive dysfunctions, and even depression. And did you know that when you don't get enough sleep, you eat an average 500 more calories per day? Very recently, I just read 3 Americans received the Nobel Prize for their study and work on circadian rhythms. They received this coveted prize for their work on how the internal clocks and the biorhythms govern the human life, including the best time to eat and sleep. Now, this is a great news for Ayurveda. It just means that the Western science is using technology to prove what Ayurvedic practitioners have understood for thousands of years. Experts in both the systems of medicine recommend an average of 8 hours of sleep. But it is not just about how many hours you get, it is also about when you get them. If you go to bed at 10 p.m. and wake up at 6 a.m., you get 8 hours of sleep. If you go to bed at midnight and wake up at 8 a.m., you again get 8 hours of sleep. But please understand, they are not the same. The quality of the sleep will differ. While the Western science explains sleep in terms of REM, rapid eye movements, REM, and non-REM sleep, which I have explained in detail as a separate video in this section, Ayurveda supports the theory of doshas. Now, without any delay, let me explain you quickly what is meant by doshas. Ayurveda identifies 3 basic types of energy or functional principles that are present in everyone and everything on this planet. Since there are no exact words in English that convey these concepts, allow me to use the original Sanskrit words Vata, Pitta and Kapha. These are called as doshas in Ayurveda. Vata dosha, Pitta dosha and Kapha dosha. Now, a dosha is considered one of the 3 substances that are present in a person's body. Ayurveda describes how the quantity and the quality of these 3 substances fluctuate in the body according to the seasons, the time of the day, the diet, and several other factors. The central concept of Ayurveda is the theory that health and wellness exist when there is a balance between these 3 fundamental bodily bioelements or doshas called as the Vata, Pitta and the Kapha. Vata is the subtle energy associated with movements, composed of space and air. It is characterized by the properties of dry, cool, light, minute, and movements. All movements in the body is due to the properties of Vata. It governs breathing, blinking, muscle and tissue movements, pulsation of the heart, and all movements in the cytoplasm and the cell membranes. When Vata is in balance, Vata promotes creativity and flexibility. When Vata goes out of balance, Vata produces fear and anxiety. Pitta. Pitta expresses as the body's metabolic system made up of fire and water. It governs digestion, absorption, assimilation, nutrition, metabolism, and our body temperature. Pitta is characterized by heat, moistness, liquidity, sharpness, and soreness. Its chief quality is heat. It is the energy principle which uses bile to direct digestion and enhance metabolism. When Pitta goes out of balance, it is primarily characterized by body heat or a burning sensation or even redness. Lastly, Kapha is the energy that forms the body's structure, bones, muscles, and tendons, and provides the glue that holds the cells together formed from earth and water. Kapha is the watery element. So, Kapha supplies the water for all bodily parts and systems. It lubricates joints, moisturizes the skin, and maintains immunity. Kapha is characterized by heaviness, coldness, tenderness, softness, slowness, lubrication, and the carrier of nutrients. It is the true nourishing element of the body. All soft organs are made by Kapha, and it plays an important role in the perception of taste together with nourishment and lubrication. Now please understand, a perfect balance of all three, Vata, Pitta, and Kapha, is an ideal state to exist. However, any increment or decrement in these doshas will leave us imbalanced. In some, the Vata might be dominant. In some, the Pitta might have shot up. And in some, the Kapha. In fact, we are all born with a dominant dosha right from our birth. Now, every dosha displays some distinct characteristics. For example, a person with a predominantly Vata constitution will have physical and mental qualities that reflect the elements of space and air. That is why Vata types are commonly quick thinking, thin, and fast moving. However, a Pitta type on the other hand will have qualities reflecting the fire and water, such as a fiery personality and an oily skin. A Kapha type will typically have a solid bodily frame and a calm temperament, reflecting the underlying elements of earth and water. While one dosha predominates in most individuals, a second dosha may also typically have a strong influence. This is referred to as dual doshic constitution. To begin figuring out your own unique constitution, I recommend you to take a self-dosha test that is available separately as a learning document in this section. With that explanation of the doshas, hey, come on, let's move on and learn in detail what this ancient, amazing science called Ayurveda explains about sleep and its timings. Without any delay, let's continue and see you in the next video.